All right, let's talk a little bit about prototyping and new design that we're looking at right now. There's been a lot of requests for four-wheel drive front tires. Four-wheel drive front tires, you don't want a lot of crazy traction. You need just a little bit. Helps you with the launch. And then as you're going down the track, the gyro effect from the front end of the tire spinning helps steer you. It doesn't necessarily need to grab. You don't want it actually grabbing too much, because if the wheels come down and your wheels are turned a little bit as you're trying to use that gyro effect and they come down, then it causes you to hook one way or the other. So playing around with a couple other different designs. We have some other fronts that we use for the four-wheel drives. The Spade, which is the one that looks like a triangle, and then we run really short paddles in the front, offset paddles. So that works really well. So we're looking at this design here right now that for a front tire going this way provides less traction. If we actually reverse this and go the other way, we'll be able to get two different types of tread. We're going to increase the tread a little bit. Right now it's running about 3.5-4 millimeters tall, which not real tall. So we're going to increase that to about 8 millimeters and see how it looks. So there's one of those is actually being made right now. This is the same design but with a textured inner. So the inside of the carcass is textured. So that will help with float a little bit on the front, but actually just mainly is on this one it's going to provide more looks. On a completely smooth tire that has texture on it, if we look at, say, the old Promoto, the Losi Promoto tire where we textured it, that helps grab the sand a little bit more, causing the tire to spin. On a four-wheel drive car, it's actually being powered, so it's not so much of a concern. Where you need this texture is on like a two-wheel drive car. You don't want the tire skidding, you want it actually turning. So a completely smooth tire is actually bad for a two-wheel drive front. You need a little bit of texture or pattern, whether we run this pattern or not, just really thin, to help those tires turn, because you don't want it just being pushed. So playing around with a couple different designs. This is a 125 by 52 or 50, somewhere right around there, 2.2 size. We're actually changing this up a little bit. I didn't like how thick this wall is. I like a low profile tire personally. So what's on the printer right now is going to be a little thinner wall here. So we took about, I don't know, probably about 3 or 4 millimeters out of that edge, and that's actually being printed right now. So if we look here, this is the T-Lock 2.0 rim. As we can see, it's got that lip right there, and it's the thinner T-Locks. But again, I think the proportion to the rim to the tire, I don't like it. It's just a little too thick of a tire. So we're just going to expand the rim out a little bit, and then that also increases the inside diameter of this rim out as we expand it, which gives us a lot more clearance on the inside. So, but yeah, so that's what we're working on right now. These are going to be going out for testing to a few people. I'll be picking a few people that I know run a particular car. I think the Typhoon is going to be a good option for a front. Will be a good four-wheel drive. Maybe some of the four-wheel drive trucks, the short course trucks, maybe throwing this on there, or on the front, and then paddle on the rear. So we'll see how they do before we actually put them up there for sale. But hopefully get these out in the next couple days after I finalize some test prints, some prototypes, and then get some feedback, maybe even by this weekend. And then maybe they'll be up on the website here in the next week or so. Goes from concept to print to testing to shipping in less than a couple of weeks, which is amazing to be able to do and produce. So, but yeah, looking forward to that. Don't have a name for it yet, but that'll be the next thing to come up with. So, hope you enjoyed.